not others.
You'll see when they get here. Is Harriet at home?
Yes, she's putting on her party dress.
Oh, then you know about it. It should do you a lot of good, Mr. Conklin. There's nothing like a house full of people to get your mind off yourself.
A house full of Miss Brooks. Is this party to be given in this house?
Of course.
I see. And if you'll excuse me, I'll just take my hat and coat and beat an orderly retreat.
But, Mr.
My
Conklin,
doctor has forbidden any excitement whatsoever.
your doctor. This is a fine time to tell me. I mean, I didn't know you were in such bad shape, Mr. Conklin.
I am on the verge of a nervous collapse, Miss Brooks. I don't want to spoil everybody's fun. I'll just leave quietly.
Leave? But, Mr. Conklin, where do you go?
What's the difference where I go? I'll just wander around the park like a homeless gypsy.
Right there.
You can't do that. You wouldn't look good in earrings. You're not a well man, Mr. Conklin. Look, Mrs. Davis is going to the movies tonight. Now, why don't you let me drive you over to our place until I can eliminate the horde of guests who are coming here. You'll love it over there, Mr. Conklin. You'll be able to relax completely.
If it will stave off my breakdown, Miss Brooks, it's the least I can do for my family.
Miss Brooks left right after dinner this morning. I guess she forgot to buy a few items for the party tonight. I'm sure she'll be right back.
Swell. This way our surprise will work out even better.
Surprise.
Yes, ma'am. We thought we'd try out some of our Halloween tricks on Miss Brooks before we go over to Mr. Conklin's house.
That's a wonderful idea.
I hope I didn't scare you in my ghost outfit.
No, I thought you were the laundry man.
How do you like my costume, Mrs. Davis?
Nice. You've lost weight, haven't you?
This is a skeleton suit in honor of Halloween.
Isn't that terrifying? And who's this cowboy then?
I'm Hopalong Cassidy, Mrs. Davis, but I'm really Stretch Snodgrass.
I'd never have known. Well, if you'll all go to the house, I'm sure Miss Brooks will be delighted to see you. I've got to get down to the theater now.
What movie are you seeing tonight, Mrs. Davis?
Children sings again.
Again?
I saw it last week also. Have a nice time, children.
What should I do with this bucket of water we're ducking for apples in, Walter?
Oh, and just put it down by the piano, Stretch. Now, I'll tell you what we'll do. Before Miss Brooks comes back, let's all hide somewhere so we can really surprise her.
Good idea, Walter. Now, why don't you get behind that couch? Stretch, you hide behind the kitchen door, and I'll get into the hall closet.
Great. Then we'll all come out when I blow this whistle. Okay?
Got you, Walter. Hey, look, out the window. Miss Brooks is coming up the walk, and she's got Mr. Conklin with her.
Mr. Conklin? Oh, she probably wanted to get him out of the way while we were getting things ready at his place.
So much the better. We'll surprise both of them at the same time.
Here we are, Mr. Conklin. I guess Mrs. Davis is left for the movies. The lights are all out.
But it does seem quite deserted, isn't it?
I'll turn on this hall light so you can see to hang your things up in the closet. I'll turn some lights on in the living room while you put your hands close.
Thank you, Miss Brooks.
Miss Brooks!
What is it, Mr. Conklin? What's the trouble?
Your closet, in the hall. What do you keep in there?
My coat, Mr. Conklin.
I see. Tell me, Miss Brooks, is it a long black coat with luminous bones?
Luminous bones? Oh, no. Oh, please wait right here, Mr. Conklin. I'll investigate.
Gee, Miss Brooks, you should have seen Mr. Conklin's face when
Get behind those other coats immediately, Mr. Boynton. I can't explain now, but don't you dare come out of there until you get a signal.
Well, Miss Brooks, what did you see?
See? I didn't see anything, Mr. Conklin. It must have been your imagination.
My imagination. And the doctor was right.
That, Mr. Conklin?
I'd rather not talk about it, Brooks. if I could just lie down somewhere.
Oh, of course, Mr. Conklin. Just stretch out on this couch. I'll go get another cushion.
All right. It's better. I must be quite a sick man. If I weren't sick, I wouldn't be moaning. On the other hand, it's better than drugs. What am I saying? I'm not the one who's moaning.
I've returned. I've come back.
Who's that? Where are you?
Look behind you. Behind the couch.
Miss Brooks, how long have I been asleep?
Sleep? You just hit the couch, Mr. Conklin. Which reminds me, maybe you'd better see a good psychiatrist. This screaming of yours can lead to something dangerous.
Just do me a favor, Miss Brooks. Look behind that couch.
Certainly, sir, if it makes you feel any better. But I assure you, there's absolutely nothing behind this couch. I'm sorry if I startled you, Miss Conklin, but my cat Minerva's back here.
With a sheet?
She was making her bed. Stay out of sight, Minerva. There's a good boy. A girl.
If you don't mind, Miss Brooks, I'd like to take a couple of pills my doctor prescribed. May I have some water?
Certainly, sir. If you've got an extra pill or two, I'll be happy to join you. Just sit right here, Miss Conklin. I'll go into the kitchen and get some water. Now, on second thought, you'd better come with me. I don't want you to get nervous again.
Yes, I think you're right, Miss Brooks. What to do for me to be alone next week?
Now, where's that light switch?
Well, talk like that, it ain't roundup time.
What was what?
Tell me I've actually taken leave of my senses?
Where's the real lead, Mr. Conklin? You're just on a weekend pass. Oh, lots of people get temporary hallucinations. Maybe we'd better go back to your house.
Yes, at a time like this, I suppose I should be near my loved one.
Happy Halloween, Mr. Conklin. Look, it's me.
Denver, when did you... How did you... What's this?
It's just my coat coming over. Get back to the closet.
It's me, Mr. Conklin. I'm a skeleton, see? Well, look at me, Mr. Conklin. I'm Hopalong Cassidy, and I'll float the first hombre to make some moves. Snodgrass. Oh, stop that!
I must control myself.
What's wrong, Mr. Conklin? You don't seem to be enjoying yourself.
Yeah, it's all jumpy and funny. Gosh, Miss Brooks went to a lot of trouble to get this thing organized.
Oh, Miss Brooks organized it, did she?
Sure, she planned the whole thing. She deserves every bit of credit.
Well, she's certainly going to get it. Miss Brooks, I want you... Miss Brooks, get your head out of that bucket. This is no time to be ducking for apples.
Who's ducking for apples? I'm trying to drown myself. Well, Mr. Conklin was so glad to find out that the things he thought had been happening to him had been happening to him, that he excused us all and hurried home. Shortly afterwards, I excused Walter and Stretch, which left just Mr. Boynton, Carla Copa, and me.
Well, here we are, Miss Brooks. You know, with that lamplight shining on your hair, you
You're absolutely, well,
Yes, Mr. Barney. Yoo-hoo, folks. What's that?
look at the window. It's Mrs. Davis with a pumpkin head.
Just what I needed.
Happy Halloween, Connie. Trick or treat.
I got a trick, Mrs. Davis. Here's 60 cents. Treat yourself to Jolson Sings again.
One other hour in this bookstore brought to you by Buster Clean for soft, glamorous, caressable hair and Colgate Super Cream to clean your breath while you clean your teeth and help stop tooth decay. Our Miss Brooks, starring Eve Arden, is produced by Larry Burns, directed by Al Lewis, with music by Wilbur Hatch.
A Halloween party episode from October 30th, 1949. Get your own collection of Our Miss Brooks and most of the other comedies we play on this channel by visiting radiospirits.com. Coming up next, we put the funny stuff back on the shelf and switch to some Halloween horror. It's Two Screws by the incomparable Arch Oboler. Lights Out presents Revolt of the Worms, and then the ghost story They Met at Dorset. They begin right after this.
Comedy Central Radio brings you the biggest names in comedy. All day long, you'll hear the best stand-up comedy from Comedy Central's massive library.
Do you ever ask an adult what they did over the weekend and they say they didn't do anything? Their faces light up.
Every weeknight, you'll hear 2 half hours of comedy for your drive home.
The other day I got jealous of the dog's thigh gap. I'm not proud of that.
Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Your home for incredible stand-up comedy. Search comedy on the Sirius XM app.
Philo's got a world of entertainment for you takes over with just one subscription. Sign up today and start watching all the networks you love, like A&E, MTV, Discovery, Lifetime, Hallmark Channel, and so much more. Featuring current seasons of all the best drama, true crime, reality, and family-friendly shows you can't afford to miss. Get started today and unlock our library of over 75,000 movies and shows, and save all your favorites with the unlimited DVR, so you can rewatch them anytime, anywhere, for up to a year. Philo now includes access to AMC Plus. You can discover your next obsession from its collection of hit originals like Mad Men, The Walking Dead, Killing Eve, Orphan Black, and tons of blockbuster movies. There are no contracts, no commitments, and no hassles. For just $28 a month, Philo's a better way to watch TV. So what are you waiting for? Visit Philo.tv and sign up today to start your 7-day free trial. That's PHILO.tv.
Okay, Cora, I'll answer the door. That's the mailman with our check from the Equitable Society. Every month, right on the dot, those Equitable checks come to members who have paid up their Equitable Independent 60s plan. They're checks that mean financial independence for life after you're 65 years old. And here's Mr. Arnold Muller, who started one of these plans back in 1928. You made your last payment in 1950, didn't you, Mr. Muller? May 1st, 1950, I quit work, Miss Keating. I've been having the time of my life ever since. In other words, Mr. Muller, you're now enjoying the 3 freedoms that go with an independent 60s plan. First, freedom from money worries and job worries. Financial independence. Mr. Keating, I haven't given money a thought since I retired. No need to with those Equitable checks coming in the way they do. Second, with an Equitable Independent 60s plan, you're free to live anywhere you please. We bought a little 5-acre farm on the edge of one of the prettiest towns in America. Third, freedom to do the things you always wanted to do. I've got one of the swellest gardens you ever saw. Deep freeze all kinds of fruits and vegetables, and it cuts our food bills way down. I tell you, that was the luckiest day in my life when I found out that you don't have to be rich to afford the Equitable Independent 60s plan. That's a fact. You don't have to earn big money to begin an Equitable Independent 60s plan. Ask your Equitable representative to explain why you probably have a big head start toward Independent 60s because of your Social Security and the life insurance you already own. Often, only a small amount of additional insurance is all that's required. $2 a week did it for me. Friends, why not profit by Mr. Muller's experience? Phone your Equitable Society representative without delay, or send a postcard care of this station to the Equitable Society. That's EQUITABLE. The Equitable Life Assurance Society of the United States.
Welcome back to Sirius XM Radio Classics. I'm your host, Greg Bennett, with Arch Obler and his series Lights Out. This first one, Revolt of the Worms, features Lou Merrill as Charles Prentice, with Howard Duff as Jackson, and was first broadcast on October 13th, 1942. Iron Eye
Yeast presents Lights Out. Every
Give me thumbs!